Hi, my name is Mike Higa, and I'd like to welcome you to today's first Tuesday training series for May 2022. Today, we'll be having a few speakers that will be presenting an introduction to healthy living and provide you with information for additional training opportunities in the future. This presentation was established as a recommendation from DDD's Quality Assurance and Improvement Program, Safety and Wellbeing Subcommittee, and the Mortality Review Committee. In collaboration with our partners at Hawaii State Council on Developmental Disabilities, DDD strives to proactively reduce health compromise and preventable deaths by providing this training to bring awareness and nutrition and positive lifestyle behavior. Our featured presenter is Tammy Everard. Tammy is the Empowerment Director of Tammy Everard Consulting. Her diverse work experience provides inspiration, education, and support for all people to have access and opportunities in life. Her expertise has helped to develop programs, training models of support, and media materials that focuses on individuals with disabilities having self-determined lives. Presenting alongside with Tammy is Zosimo Arista Jr. Zosimo Arista Jr. started his career at the ARC in Hawaii in 1984. After a career of education and social work, Zos returned to the developmental disabilities field as program specialist with the Hawaii Council on Developmental Disabilities. Zos works with the Self-Advocacy Advisory Council to ensure self-advocates achieve their vision for a good life. Our last co-presenter is Audrey Ayer. Audrey is a self-advocate and she is active within the Self-Advocacy Advisory Council and also a member of Best Buddies Hawaii. Once again, thank you for joining us, and we will turn this presentation over to Tammy Everard.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us today. We look so forward to presenting to you the Guide to Healthy Living. This was a wonderful opportunity over 15 years ago for people with disabilities to take charge of their health and make decisions on things that they can do on their own independently and self-determined to stay healthy, happy, with positive thoughts and inspiration to others. In the Guide to Healthy Living, which was created by advocates in California, this particular program has been running, as I said, for 15 years. And we're really excited again this year to bring Guide to Healthy to all of you. Next slide. The Guide to Healthy Living is actually a booklet that was created by people with disabilities to help people to learn how to live healthy lives and take care of themselves, to make those small decisions that allow people to feel empowered and have the ability to share their story and experiences with others. It helps people to choose new healthy foods, different ways to have fun, where eating is not just a necessity, but eating can be adventuresome. It could be an opportunity of building skills in cooking and making choices. It's also a way for people to learn about movement and exercise, regardless of your disability. We have trainers who will participate and teach us how in different ways we could be mindful and think about ways that we can exercise not just our body, but our thoughts, and how we can use those thoughts to have very positive lives. The Guide to Healthy Living also shows people how to set goals, which are really, really important. Those goals could be very small. Those goals could be very big. We have Audrey who will, in a little while, present to us her healthy living goals and share with you her experience of how she created them. And of course, number one, the Guide to Healthy Living allows the person an opportunity to share with their team, with their loved ones, with people about what is important to them. What is it that they want so that they can reach their fullest potential and be happy in the life that they have. Next slide. So when we're thinking about our personal wellness goals, we have to think about things, not just what makes us healthy, but what makes us feel really good. You know, what kinds of movements and exercise? When I look in the mirror, am I happy with what I see? Am I proud of what I'm doing? Guide to Healthy Living also talks about the energy that we could have. It was based on the development with LA Care in California and one of the regional centers in California to look at diabetes and medical issues that could interfere in people being able to be engaged in every part of their life. And so looking and feeling good was part of what the advocates wanted for this particular guide. And so that they could have energy, so that they could share their story, and they can do things that made them active and involved at home, at work, school, or even in the community. And last, of course, is Guide to Healthy Living was created to have fun. So no one wants to keep a goal if it's not interesting or fun. And so Guide to Healthy Living and all the activities we do in the trainings are to keep people engaged and are easy enough for everyone to learn and everyone to teach. Next slide. So one of the cool things about Guide to Healthy Living is that the advocates said, we really want this to be self-directed. We want the opportunity for advocates and family members and other people who participate in this training to take charge of their own health and to be able to teach and share it with others. To really think about, how do I feel? Not just, do I feel ill or do I feel unhappy? It's to look at all the different emotions and the different ways that we can really move forward and say, next week, I'm going to set this goal. I'm going to walk. I'm going to take a friend and I'm going to start now. Being self-directed means making those choices and making those decisions. It also means finding the supports, the people in your circle, the people who cheer for you, the people who believe in you to support you in the goal. It also means that when you set that goal, you're going to have a plan. And we're going to help you create those steps so that you can achieve what you want in healthy living. And that we will cheer you on through the sessions, and we will get to hear from experts who will teach different areas so that you can be successful and you can turn around and share your plan with other people so that you can grow the support system that you need to be successful. Next slide. Okay. So a healthy living goal is an idea. We start at the beginning and we talk about, what is it that you really want? What is it going to make you feel? Now, you can say, I want to have a healthy goal in regards to eating well, and I'm going to have salads. But we want to dive deeper. We really want to know your why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to have that energy? If you don't have the why of why you want the healthy living goal, you won't succeed. And so our trainers actually will come in and help us to teach us why we want something and remind us, remember your why. It's also a time for us to, create something that's important to us, to take the time to feel success, to know that we're taking the steps, and to know that we are going to achieve something wonderful in our life. Next slide, please. I'd like to turn this over to Zos, who's going to go through Think, Plan, Do and talk about several of the strategies in each of our areas of learning. The areas of learning that we will cover in Guide to Healthy Living will be good thoughts, exercise, and healthy eating. So I'd like to turn this over to Zos.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zos. How are we going to do this during the training sessions? So each of the self-advocates have learned how to practice this strategy. And this strategy is fairly simple. It's called Think, Plan, and Do. So each of the advocates have been taught how to think in this case, how to create their own health goal, how to think, what is it that I want to accomplish for my own health? And each person is different. So each person might have a different health goal. They're going to start off by teaching us how to think through what goal is good for each of us and those who participate in the training sessions. The second step that they do is to make a plan, and that they get supported and that they actually get started. So the plan, usually it's a 1, 2, 3 plan. This first step I'll take, this second step, by which date am I going to start? And 3, what am I going to accomplish? And so that plan is going to be put into action under the do, think, plan, do. Those goals are going to actually be starting once we come up with that health goal and we have a plan, and then we're going to actually practice that plan. And so the advocates have learned how to use this learning strategy on ways to make good choices for their life. So when we go through the training, each of us will also use this 3-step plan on think, plan, do. Next slide. So the healthy eating strategies, we're also going to be practicing and making a food diary. So this will help us to put down, rather than what's in our mind, to actually put it down on a piece of paper so that we can be accountable to the things that we're putting into our bodies. And that's called a food diary. And that practice, that strategy is really effective and very helpful, because then it'll help us to learn the things that we're eating and the different nutrition value that each of the things that we choose to put into our bodies, and then to write them down. And so there's a breakfast, lunch, and dinner food diary that we're going to be practicing. We're also going to learn about portion control, plate, and measuring foods. What's going to be a simple and effective way that we don't have to necessarily calculate, but we can use simple measurement practices like how much protein should I eat, like maybe the size of our fist, or how many carbohydrates should my plate have. So we're also going to learn how to utilize that strategy. And then we're also going to learn ways to be positive and how to feel great. Oftentimes, when someone starts a eating strategy, we are either bogged down by some of the decisions and choices that we have, but we're going to also learn how to feel positive about the choices that we make, and how in our minds and in our hearts, we can feel great about the choices that we make. Next slide. We're also going to learn about some of the good moves that we can practice. And so we'll have a trainer that'll teach us how to do different movements and physical practice that each of us can utilize. And some of us are either seated or sometimes in a wheelchair, or utilize an alternative way of exercising. So the trainers are well versed in doing alternative practices to some of these exercises, how we can listen to our bodies and how we feel. And then we'll review the activities that we're doing and the things that we want to do. Next slide. I'm going to turn it back over to Tammy.
Right. And the last strategy is to talk about good thoughts. And so this tends to be one of the things that kind of gets lost a little bit when we're talking about being healthy. And so we wanted to make sure, and the trainer who comes in to talk about good thoughts really talks about the emotions of things and what are some ways that you can change those thoughts into being more positive, and how to increase your confidence or your self-esteem, and how you can build relationships so you have trusted people. So when you're not doing so well in your thoughts, you have somebody you trust you can go to. And so we wanted to make sure that, you know, as part of the Guide to Healthy Living, we're addressing all the 3 different areas. What's really cool is that our trainers come from different places. And so we've got one from Missouri, we have one from Scotland, and we have someone who lives here who's our yoga instructor who'll be working with us. And what's really wonderful is that because they come from all over the world in different places, we have one thing in common. We all want to be healthy. And so you'll get to hear the different things that these trainers will bring to you to learn how you can have different steps to accomplish your goal. Next slide. So as we said in the Healthy Living trainings, what you're going to learn in your 6 sessions is that learn ways to move and feel better, learn different healthy foods and things that are going to work for you and what you want to eat, that's fun to make, that teaches you how to shop for those foods. You know, we're building skills here, and ways to be positive and to feel great overall in what you're thinking and what you're doing. Next slide. So we wanted to share with you our Healthy Living Plan. At the back of the book that you'll receive, and I can have Zos talk about it at the very end, if you sign up for this course, you get a package. And one of the things you do get is the Guide to Healthy Living. And in the back, we want to make sure you're walking out with a plan. And so as Zos shared, that we have a think, plan, do structure. This is the strategy of learning. It was created by advocates who wanted to use simple words so that they can learn how to make good decisions. And so we're going to think about what we want in our plan. We're going to make the steps for that plan, and we're going to take action. And we're so fortunate today because we have Audrey, who's been a part of the Guide to Healthy Living team. And so we're going to have Audrey share with us her experience going through the Guide to Healthy Living program and the goals that she set for herself. Hi, Audrey.
Hi, Tammy.
Thank you for joining us today. So I'd like you to share with us, what is your healthy living goal?
My goal, I want to be a faster swimming, like swimmer, because we are going to have a state game coming up next month. So I have to plan ahead of time, need to have ahead of practice. So I need to do that. So I would choose swimming.
Excellent. And so can you read to us your healthy living goal, which was at the top of the page here?
Yeah. To eat healthy, to be strong, exercise, and help others, which makes me feel good.
Excellent. Excellent. So I see that you have 3 goals for the 3 different areas.
Yes.
Can you share with us your eating goal?
My eating goals are eating cauliflower rice. My mom will help me. Swim on Saturday. Walk.
Oh, that's your exercise goal?
Yes. The second one is walk 1.5 miles. Mom helps with swimming and dad with walking.
Excellent.
okay, have sportsmanship and help others to do crochet, artwork, and word search.
So it sounds like for eating, you're going to eat cauliflower rice and your mom's helping you with that, correct?
Yes.
Did you start that already?
Yeah, actually we did. We got that cauliflower rice from Costco.
Mhm.
So she decided to substitute that with regular rice.
All right, excellent. Now, the next one on exercise says that you want to be a strong swimmer, which is what you share with us, and you're in Special Olympics.
Mhm.
So how are you doing with the walking right now?
I did great. Yesterday we walked around the beach to the hotel and come back. So that feels good.
Excellent. Tell us about your swimming. Do you get the swimming in from practice or do you do it at other times too?
I was just swimming for practice.
How long is your practice, Audrey? About?
My practice takes at least 3 to 4.
Okay. And who's
And
the person that helps you with the practices, and who helps you in that one?
we have a head coach in Special Olympics. So he's been helping us to do that.
Okay, excellent. Now, your last goal was about positive thinking. What's, how do you keep it with a positive attitude and positive thinking, and you want to help others? Tell us about sportsmanship. Why is that important to you?
Sportsmanship, you need to first having sportsmanship is you need to think positive and do not put anyone down. So having good sportsmanship is is having good thoughts, helping others, and be happy for their accomplishments.
Oh, wonderful. That's excellent. And tell us about your crochet and artwork and word search. Why are those important for you? How do they help you?
It helps me because most people get Alzheimer's from different things, but keeping my mind sharp, doing word searches, sharpening your minds, and anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And crocheting, same thing.
Right.
Keeping your hands busy and keeping your mind also sharpened too.
That's excellent. And I do have to share with the group that, Audrey, these are such wonderful examples, and you just don't talk about it, you actually do it. So I do want to share, Audrey does do crochet. She does make these and hands them out to friends to help them out and gives them as gifts, which is really wonderful. And Audrey, may I share your picture that you gave?
Yes, yes.
All right. Audrey also shared in the trainings that art is very important to her. And so this is an example of one of Audrey's artwork that she does to help her stay positive and share her interests and skills with other people, which I know you shared this at the trainings as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then your word search is something that you also enjoy doing too, yes. Correct? Mm-hmm. All right. Excellent. So Audrey, can you tell me, why do you like attending the Guide to Healthy Living trainings? What do you like about it?
Why are you joining Healthy Living? Because it helps me to choose better foods I can eat. Mm-hmm. And having exercising, like going swimming, having fun with family. Mm-hmm. It's so much fun because I have been at the beach with a friend of mine, Nicole Kelly, probably know her.
Yes.
We met them at the beach a couple of days ago. and it's very much fun.
That's great. Can you tell us one activity that you did during Guide to Healthy Living that stood out that you thought, wow, that was really fun to do?
For me, I would probably say yoga.
Yoga? Yeah. And what did you learn in yoga?
When I learned about yoga, in again, meditate in quiet place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And has that helped you? Is that something you still do now?
Yeah, I still do that now. If I nervous wreck before swimming competition, I
Mhm.
use that. So
Excellent. And what would you like to share to the group? People are considering joining our Guide to Healthy Living training sessions. What would you say to them?
I would always say to them that healthy living really does help a lot of people, including with people with disabilities.
Mhm.
And having that in your life is a great way to keep positive and to help you to choose which food you need to eat.
Mhm. Mhm. It's wonderful. Any last thoughts before we wrap up on your plan?
Um, the last thought I was thinking about is doing horseback riding.
That's great. That's great.
Mhm.
So one of the things in our Guide to Healthy Living is not just trying things that you already know, it's trying new things so that you can expand your life experiences, so that people can get out there. Audrey ate rice and now she eats cauliflower rice and shared it with the group. And I think there are a couple people are going to try it, okay? Also, horseback riding. It's a goal of Audrey. She loves the horseback riding, but it also is a goal for other people who've attended, who've never attended a Guide to Healthy Living class before, heard about Audrey's goals. And we do have one advocate in a wheelchair would like to try horseback riding. And so you never really know how healthy living is not just about what you eat and exercise. It is about how you can bring your full self into experiencing all the wonderful things that life has to offer. It doesn't have to cost money and it doesn't have to be something that's hard. All it has to have is people you trust who care about you and your ability to take charge of your own health and say, I want to do this, right? Thank you, Audrey, so much. Next
You're
slide.
welcome.
Thank you. Excellent. Right. So we do have an agreement because we want people to come. We lead by example. So if you come into the training and you sign up, our expectation is that you will follow through and do the activities and participate. The sessions are an hour and a half with the trainer. The trainers will each share information with you. You'll break into groups to talk and create new ideas. And we want you to be active members. You know, we want you to be able to talk to the trainers and the coaches about what you're learning, what you want to try. And we want you to talk to each of them about the healthy living goal that you want to create. We also spend time because it's once a week, right? And so we want you to try things out and come back to the group and say, hey, I was really successful or I wasn't, so that we can all help and support each person on their goal. So we want people to agree to be active members, talk to the coaches, make your own healthy living goal, share success with the team, and try new ideas. On the other side, the trainers and the coaches have all agreed that they will listen to your ideas, that they will respect your privacy. If there are certain things you want to try, or maybe you might not want to share it with the group, but they're willing to listen and help you. They'll respect your choices. And number one, they'll believe in you, that it can happen. Okay. Next slide. Okay. So what do we get out of coming to Guide to Healthy Living and its trainings? We'll have 6 sessions, 1 time a week on a Friday. Each trainer will have 2 days that they'll be working on with you on each of the areas of your goal. You'll get to be surrounded by friends and meet new people that can support you in meeting your healthy living goal. There'll also be new ways that you can feel good with, like some of the activities that Zosimo shared, the food diary. We may also talk to you about go try an activity such as walking, as Audrey shared, and now do a +1, add a friend to that walk. So now you're really getting out there, or walk your dog, right? Or join an activity like Special Olympics, or a walk that's coming up, like the Best Buddy Walk that's coming up on Saturday, right? These are all different activities and engagement. And then, of course, what you get out of this is a healthy living plan. We don't create plans to keep them to ourselves. We create plans to share them with others so that other people can help us in our achievement and our success. When I create a healthy living plan, my family who supports me, I talk about my healthy living plans every day, and there are specific friends that help me with specific activities that I'm trying to reach. So this is the chance to create something where you're building your friendships, feeling really great about new things you're experiencing, and of course, having a plan to share and be successful. Next slide. Okay, so bringing it all together, the purpose of Guide to Healthy Living is for us to take charge of our own health and wellness. It's an opportunity for us to be self-determined, to make our own decisions about what makes us feel good and healthy, what we do in regards to exercise and movement, what we do in the choices of food and things that we want to put into our bodies to give us the energy that we need. And we want to make sure that we have those good thoughts. When you put all those pieces together, I can tell you goals that are even short can be accomplished as well as those that are long. And those long-term goals, you'll be really surprised. They won't feel as long as you think. You will start to feel a difference. In the 6 weeks that you join us, you will start to feel that change, that excitement that you get knowing that you're doing something really good for yourself. So I really hope that all of you take the opportunity to think about the goals that you would like to achieve in your life that could lead you on the path of health and wellness. Next slide. Zos?
So for us, the training sessions, I'm gonna put the sign up link in the chat box. And if you are interested in signing up, you can either go to the registration link in the chat box, or you can call me at the DD Council at 586-8100, and we can get you on your way to wellness and nutrition and movement. So the training sessions are going to include an orientation, which starts on May 27th at 9 a.m. And that's going to be a Friday. And then a couple weeks later, the 6 consecutive weeks on Friday, starting June 10th all the way to July 15th. And those will start at 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. So if you'd like to register, you can utilize that link I put in the chat box, or you can call me and I can register you. We're hoping that we get at least 15 attendees who register so that we can make good time and of the trainers that are attending and teaching us, and making sure that we have enough people to participate. So hopefully those of you who are on today's Zoom meeting, that you'll be interested in signing up and participating in the Guide to Healthy Living training sessions. Next slide. So the different organizations that are supporting this Guide to Healthy Living: the Hawaii Self-Advocacy Advisory Council, which are made up of self-advocates with disabilities statewide; the State Council on Developmental Disabilities, also known as the DD Council; Tammy Everard Consulting, called TEC; and the Eastern Los Angeles Regional Center, called ELARC. Those are the project supporters. So if there's any questions, next slide. It's time for us to take any questions that you might have.
Okay, thank you guys so much for your guys' wonderful presentations. We currently don't have any questions right now, but if anybody has any questions, please feel free to speak up so we can ask our wonderful presenters, about all the information and great stuff that they were able to share with us this morning. So any questions? If you do, you guys can please type it in our chat or in our question and answer box, and I can relay it to our presenters.
So Mike, I have Zosimo, can you share the welcome kit that everybody gets when they sign up? That'd be great.
So when you sign up, we're going to need your mailing address so that we can send you the booklet, the actual physical booklet, and some of the goodies that come along with the training, which is a little squeegee, and we have a little spinner that we utilize to kind of help us be mindful, and for those of us who like to kind of use our hands and our motion while we're thinking and while we're feeling. We'll also send you some note paper and some other goodies from the DD Council. We'll be sending you those items, but we'll also need your mailing address when you sign up. Yeah.
Okay, any questions? Okay, so we have a question here. Where is the orientation and training for May 27th? Are we bringing the participants?
So our training actually is hosted on Zoom. And so we'll send a link out and have everyone participate by Zoom. It's 1 hour orientation just to share what we're going to learn and make sure you have all the materials you need to participate in the training. So it'll be hosted by Zoom.
Great. Any other questions, comments you have for our presenters today? There was a lot of good information that was shared, about staying healthy, and lots of good examples by Audrey. Thank you, Audrey. Any other questions?
So if you have more than one participant, so say if you're from an agency and you have like 6 people or participants who want to be an attendee in the training session, we'll send all of the materials to that one agency address and make sure you get all of the necessary materials. But if you can have a computer and a screen available for those participants as we go through the Zoom training, that would be really helpful.
That's right.
Great. Any other questions? Don't be shy.
Yeah.
We have wonderful resources here to answer.
We would absolutely love this, Tammy. We would absolutely love to be in person, but I think we're still being a little cautious. But Guide to Healthy Living was originated as an in-person training. And so hopefully we'll be able to do that again. But we do want you to know we do break into groups. We do exercise. We have music. There are lots of really fun things during the training. So I can tell you an hour and a half goes very quickly, and it's really, really fun. So I do want to add a second thing is this is created as a train the trainer. So if you're a provider, this is a great opportunity for you to learn about Guide to Healthy Living and bring it back to the people you work with. So this is something that could be really useful to you in sharing the information. It was created so that advocates and others could be the trainer in the future, right? So thank you.
May I add something to that?
Absolutely.
It is important for people with different. It is important to have like different people who's in group homes or assisted living. They should need to know about healthy living because it helps them to motivate themselves, and they can also learn new things.
It's great.
Great. We have a question. Could we get the information again to register? And it was dropped in the chat. If you look in our chat, Zos just dropped the link to the registration. Great. Any other questions? Concerns about links or any other information that anybody would like about registering or any kind of resource that they might have questions about? No?
Great.
Okay.
So I'm happy to see that there will be 30 people signing up for this training who are all here, that we're so excited that you guys get into the healthy living movement here. So I'm really excited to see all of you, I hope, at the next training.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Audrey, do you have any closing remarks that you'd like to say? Thank you again so much for your
the closing remarks. I would like to announce to everyone that be open-minded if you have any questions or anything to learn about healthy living. You can contact myself, Tammy, and Sosmo if they have any questions about how to keep track of the healthy living.
Right.
Great. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much for joining us today at this month's installment of DDD's First Tuesday Training Series.